students, today we are doing, last day we have discussed about the DNA, why accuracy in DNA replication is required, clear? But we know that in nature accuracy is not maintained always. Obviously there will be some, because since it is a process, it is a biochemical process, so obviously there may be some errors, and uh, these errors we know that causes variation. So today we will discuss how this variation is also important. So maintenance of the DNA, clear, while replication, or that maintenance of that exact feature of DNA is very important, but variation is no less important than that. Clear, variation is also very important, and today we will discuss how it is. You will see the importance of variation. Now, we know that organisms live in a particular habitat and they are accustomed to live in that particular habitat. They can reproduce in that particular habitat, clear, due to their genetic constitution. Clear, a cactus is living in desert because it has certain characters which help it to live in desert. Clear? And how these characters are imparted? These are imparted due to the DNA present in them. So DNA present in them imparts certain characters, and which characters are helping them to live in that particular niche or the desert. Now, we know that niche can alter. It is not that niche is static one. Clear, it can alter, and which is not under our control. Many factors are there, many environmental factors are there which are not under our control, and that may affect our niche. Clear, one example is given in the NCERT. Now, suppose a region where the colonies of bacteria are surviving, and that is the temperate area where the colonies of bacteria are surviving. Now, suppose due to global warming, what happened? The temperature of that particular water body or that particular area where the bacteria are living suddenly increased. Now, so the bacteria, all bacteria, suppose the genetic constitution of all bacteria are identical. Clear, and we know that identical genetic constitution are called clones. So suppose they are all roughly clones, there is no variation, all bacteria has the similar genetic constitution. So what will be the result? Due to sudden rise in the temperature, they will not be able to tolerate that high temperature. They will not be adapt themselves to that high temperature because they don't have such type of genes. Clear, and as a result, the whole bacterial group or colony will extinct. But suppose if there is variation, certain bacteria have that gene which can tolerate to certain higher temperature, then what will happen? Then that part of the colony, that means that bacteria which are having that particular gene to tolerate a bit high temperature will be able to survive. And as a result, so that part will able to survive, they will reproduce in future, they will increase in number, they will again grow up into a colony, and since it is a simple variation, so other factors, most of the factors will remain the same. So as a result, what will happen? That bacteria, that group of bacteria, that particular species is not going to extinct. It will adapt itself with the temperature, and it will help. Clear, this adaptation will help them to survive, to prevent the extinction of that species. So for maintenance of the species, we require accurate DNA, but also due to sudden change in our environmental factors or any other factor, if there is variation only, we can adapt to that change and we can survive in that varied condition. So that is how adaptation is, or variation is significant to us. So what is variation? Variation is the change in the genetic constitution which is reflected in a phenotype, clear, and not only in a single individual, these reflection in the change in the phenotype will be seen in the population, and then only we call it a variation. Now what are the causes of variation? Why variation occurs? So number one, already we have discussed, if there is any error during the DNA copying of DNA during cell division, the cell may form, there may be variation. Clear, the change in the DNA may be reflected in the cell structure or the structure of the organism, and we may call it variation. Now another one is by sexual reproduction. Clear, when there is sexual reproduction, there is mixing of two types of DNAs or two types of chromosomes, and that may also cause some variation. Clear, there are sudden change in the DNA due to some factors like UV radiation, that also may cause variation. So there are various reasons why variations are caused. And how variation is significant? Number one, it helps an organism to adapt with the changing environment, not an organism. Rather, we can tell it helps a population to adapt with the changing environment. It helps in continuity of the species in spite of several environmental changes or other changes, and it helps. And another important thing, contribution of variation is in evolution. More the variation that may accumulate and may evolve to a new organism. So variation also plays a very important role in evolution. Students, we know that reproduction is the formation of new individual of its own kind, and there are two basic type of reproduction: asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. How they are different? Clear, asexual reproduction, it is the only single individual, clear, is involved. They are divide and produce a new individual. But in sexual reproduction, we know it is biparental. We require two parents to continue with the sexual reproduction. Next, in asexual reproduction, simple cell divides. It is a mitotic division which ultimately lead to the formation of new cell, which may lead to the formation of new individual. But in sexual reproduction, it is the first of all the cell divides meiotically, forms the gametes. You know that gametes are haploid. These haploid gamete finally fuses and forms the zygote, and that forms the new individual. So thus new individual is formed in the sexual reproduction, but only cell division may lead to the formation of new individual in the asexual reproduction. Another thing is that asexual reproduction, mostly they are identical or they are very similar. They are identical if there is no problem, the cell divides, DNA replicates and forms a new copy. They are absolutely identical, which we call as clones. But if there is error in DNA copying, as we have described, so there may be little variation. But in sexual reproduction, all these factors are prevailing. In addition, there is mixing of two types of genes, so it may lead to a variation. Generally it leads to variation. No two organisms which are produced by sexual reproduction are identical, but asexual reproduction, they may be identical and they may form the clones. Clear? But in sexual reproduction, no two individuals, daughter individuals, are similar to no two individuals which are newly formed individuals are similar, or no two individuals in basically are similar to each other. And another one is that we know that variation accumulates and finally new organism is evolved. So asexual reproduction, since there is very less variation is more or less not there, so it does not contribute a significant role in the evolution. But in sexual reproduction, since variation is a very predominant part of sexual reproduction, no two individuals are similar, so variation exists always in the sexual reproduction, so that sexual reproduction have a very significant role in the formation, in the evolution or formation of new type of species.